Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the show. I don't know what happened there. Went to the wrong screen, but hey, we're here, guys, we're here. So welcome. It is Sunday in New Zealand, and it is 12:15 in the afternoon, Sunday 23rd, and we're talking about PulseChain from the future, essentially, at the bottom of the world. Yeah, that's right. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the way in if you're on YouTube. We're streaming on 3 YouTube channels, The Crypto Night Show, Superman Crypto, and PulseChain X. Big shout out to all the subscribers. And of course, don't forget to hit the follow button on X as well. We're rebuilding our account over there after our last one was taken down unfairly, the unjust world of social media. But hey, look, we're building back. It's what you do in life, right? You get back up on the horse over and over again, and then you end up being a knight, and then you end up saving the princess, and then you end up in a castle with gold and silvers. I don't know, something like that. You guys know. Anyway, so I hope you guys are enjoying it out there. It is. Is this the bottom? Is this the bottom? And it kind of feels like it. We're going to check the charts. Tom Lee was calling the bottom this week, and we did have some cool numbers coming in from the ETFs for Ethereum. Some net inflows after 8 days of outflows, so it's definitely looking good for that. Now, PulseChain's a little different because PulseChain's got the ProveX sacrifice running, and that's running through to at least the base rate's running through to the 2nd of December. So we've still got about 9-10 days to go for that, and we got that final day, that 2nd of December, where we see a more significant lift in sacrifices. Now, we're going to talk about Crypto Solve. He's been did some analysis on the sacrifices, in particular around the number 1 sacrifice from the Buckamentals team. We might pull that up as well. So hope you guys we'll deep dive into that and get some insights. That's probably the way we'll talk about it. What else? Crypto Solve. So let me pull that up. If you guys haven't joined our strategy club, definitely join up. The link's in the video description on YouTube. So Strategy Club's only $35 a month, so it's fantastic value. It's not so much an investment club; it's more of an Intel strategy club, and so definitely get on that. And you get all the latest stuff. As you guys know, I'm trolling the PulseChain crypto, and I post a lot of cool insight stuff there. So if you want to get really educated, really good insights, and we obviously cover a lot of the cryptos, then jump in there. And it's just over $1 a day, so it's pretty good value, guys. Strategy Club, you'll find it at the top of X and in the video descriptions. So let's pull up some of these things as well. I should have done this a little bit before the show, but hey, it's the way it goes sometimes. All right, let me see here. Let me see CC. Scroll back down here. Boy, they've been busy too, haven't they? They've been busy. All right, so I think that's the one we're going to look at. All right, so looking good. Let's go. Let's get into it. And don't forget to share the show. That's the link right there. Hit the repost button on the way in. So yeah, PulseChain weekly roundup. That's what we're talking about. What's hot? We're going to check out some of the top performers in the top 100 on the trending, and then we're also going to briefly touch RailGun and Tornado Cash. The countdown is on for that. Technically, it's about 8 days, less than 8 days, maybe 8 days away. If that's assumed they hit it on target for the 30th of November. From the Liberty Swap team. So that's coming up. Crypto Coffee put a cool video out about that, and we're going to play that. So there we go, from Crypto Coffee, and one of the biggest influencers in the PulseChain community, if not the biggest overall, if you consider all metrics. What else? There were a ProveX update. Obviously, we're going to cover that as well. That should be fun. Everyone loves ProveX. Now, there's a big debate, of course, about the significance of the protocol itself. Is it just a ZK fork? Has it got more to it? It's got more to it. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. So hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it without further ado. Let's start with crypto, see where we are overall. So we've been managing to itch out a little bit of gains here on the weekend. Now, as you guys know, tomorrow is a US Sunday, and it's normally either a flat or down day, generally speaking. But we'll see whether we get a counter move for the next week. So at the moment, we've got the market cap at a 2.992 trillion. So we're climbing back away to $3 trillion. We're up to 1.2% today. We've got the Bitcoin at the moment at 84,778. So it's climbing a little bit there, 0.2%. Ethereum at the moment is at 2769, up 1.1%. What a steal, guys. What a steal. An absolute steal for Ethereum right now. That is easy. So do with that what you will. We've got XRP right now is up 1.3%, and that's number 4. BNB up 1.4% at $833. Remember, BNB was what, $1,250? Now it's $833. Discounts on. And do you guys remember the Raoul Paul video that I used to play? Do you remember that? Maybe we'll try and pull it up. But do you remember that video? I think I've still got it loaded. We'll see. But he talked about getting this kind of dip on the way up, and people would think it was over, and then it just hyper pumps after that to even newer heights. That's kind of what we're expecting to see. Solana at the moment up 0.7% at $127. We've got Tron at number 8 down 0.3% at 27.5 cents. And finally, number 10 there, Doge up 1.1% at 14 cents. And I know that Charles Hodgkinson's been in the news a little bit there around ADA. They had a little hiccup on the ADA, didn't they, or something like that. That is up 0.5% there at 40 cents. Top performer is essentially what? XRP up 1.3% over the last 24 hours. Last week, best performer is, drumroll, BNB from the looks of it. Oh no, Tron, only down 6.3% for the week. Looking at the top 100 for the week, we got Bitcoin Cash up 12%, Pi Network up 10%, Liberty Financial up 8.3%, Whitebit up 7.6%, and Asta up 4.7%. Those are our top 5 in the top 100. Top 1,000, Swiftcoin, Maverick Protocol, Solana, and then we got Ergo trending, Bitcoin trending, and Starknet trending as well. But although it's down quite a bit there, 26%. So that's kind of where we are right now, just below 3 trillion on the market cap. Let's see whether this week will add some value back into the crypto markets. Is this the bottom that we experienced this week? Because it was pretty significant. So let's jump over to Bitcoin. That is the Bitcoin chart. And, they say that you can make and lose your money in 20 days in the old Bitcoin every year. And, it's the down days. So what we start off with, we obviously had the death cross back on the 16th, and boy, did that play out pretty well. And of course, if you remember, Tom Lee's talking about a glitch in the matrix, and it looks like the market makers didn't recover, and it would take 6 to 8 weeks to recover. And here we are, and I guess entering week 7 or something like that. So we'll see how we get on. Anyway, down 24% from that move from the last high. And pretty severe there, pretty severe. Now, in terms of the all-time high back here on the 6th of October, we are down. We went down quite far. We went down 36%, which is exactly around where Raoul Paul was sort of saying was 35%. So there we go. We're now bounced back, only 33% down from that all-time high. At the moment, yesterday's wick, we got down to 80,500. Today's wick low is 83,441, so that's quite a jump. And we've had a high today of 85,547, so 85,547. We're currently at 84,837 now. So are we bouncing back, or we're going to go down to meet that wick? As you guys know, I thought that if we did move down for the bearish scenario, it was around 78,000. But that's not inevitable that we would hit that, but that's the only kind of structure we got, which is on the horizontal structure there. So that was kind of back here in April. All right, so that's where we are on the old Bitcoin. Ethereum, let's quick look at that. So Ethereum is still coming up to the death cross. Bitcoin's death cross kind of played out so far, and we're coming up. We've got a little bit of a gap though. What's that, about $43 gap? We had a bounce yesterday of the low was 2620. Tom Lee was picking 2500 in the bottom this week, right? And today we've got the low at 2700, so that's $100 higher, and we're almost at 2800 here at the moment with a high today. Almost 2800. So we're only just below that. So let's see whether the bottom's in. Now we would need some pretty severe green candles to kind of avert the death cross. And even if we did, we may even slightly dip on it and then move up. So let's see out. Let's see where that was. The bottom there was 2,600. We shall see. Bring on a green week. We have had a turn of events, remember, on Friday from the stock market around the Fed President Chair talking about being a bit more bullish on a rate cut. And so if we go with that for the week coming up, that could be pretty exciting, right? So that could be pretty exciting if we do see that. So we'll keep a lookout for that. I'm just having a quick look at the futures market, see what that looks like at the moment. Let's go look. It is up. Well, it was up 1.1%. So we'll see how we get on for the week ahead. Now we do have obviously geopolitical issues sitting in the background around Venezuela, around Nigeria and Ukraine and Gaza, etc. We've still got all those playing out. But there's a lot of big wars have been put out by Trump. So we'll see how that all progresses. Progresses. So I said. And so he's presented a Ukraine Russia plan. I think it was at 28 steps or something like that, 18 steps or something. It was 28 something. And so we'll see whether that gets accepted. Otherwise, war will continue on if that doesn't. So Trump's given a short notice for the acceptance of that. We'll see how that goes. Now, the warmongers want the war to keep going, but it is an unwinnable war. So they need to do something. They need to do something there. There is thousands of people, particularly soldiers, dying each day. It just seems shameless, doesn't it? It's just shameless that a human soul would be so cheapened through war. We do know that conflicts happen and things like this happen, but it is a shame. It is, when you think about it, it's a deep, deep shame there. So we'll see. Hopefully, peace is able to be made there. All right. So that's kind of where we are right there on the Ethereum. So let's see what else we got going here. We got Bitcoin returns. Bitcoin returns at the moment 27%, 23% negative for November. The opposite of what we were hoping to see, in dramatic fashion there. Will December bring us a green month and therefore flow into next year? Green months ahead there. Now, I am very, very excited and optimistic about it because I know that Trump's economic strategy is going to play out in 26, 27. We're expecting a monetary policy to move in favor as well. If we do get those rate cuts, which is now sitting close to 70% chance, and we do get move from quantitative tightening to neutral in December and then to easing in 26, then we've got the mother of all setups for that really big hyperbolic move. And we had a nice little liquidation correction since October the 10th. So that's kind of the backdrop and the future outlook. So bring it on. That's all I can say. We did see the central bank, US central bank there, buying up some of its own issuances. So that's a good thing. So let's see where we head from here. All right, green. Christmas time is green. That's what we should see. All right, so we've still got still got a week to go before the end of November or so, and that's could bring some pretty good tidings here. All right, let's get back into where the rest of the market is. So we'll talk about that. Don't forget to share the show around on X. There's the link right there. Pin it around. Now let's get into PulseChain. What's hot, guys? And of course, we were looking forward to RailGun Tornado Cash coming, and that could potentially give the OA wallets a chance to flood their Ethereum over if they wanted to, whatever they're going to do. We'll see. There's lots of options on the table. The fact that ETH is down so much, you guys know I've been talking about. Well, I'd rather ETH pump a lot and scrape a little bit off here and there to pump PulseChain, or if you're going to do some sort of DeFi to collateral back that, maybe with fractionalization would be the holy grail. We'll see. We'll see what Richard Hart's test moves are going to be. Obviously, the market can rebound pretty fast, and Tom Lee was expecting a pretty strong V recovery. So it's the most hated V recovery. Remember that? That's the phrase. So we'll see where we go. All right, let's get into PulseChain. All right, so PulseChain right now, it is sitting at quadruple 0182, just a little bit higher than yesterday, 0.4% up. It is at 18% of the mean sacrifice price. It's still super cheap. Is the market truly getting exhausted? Obviously we had the big sacrifice set for PulseChain and PulseX. It has been, as many would say, the Achilles heel of the chain. And of course, we've had this mega downstream, even after Richard or the OA pumped, $20 million plus way back when after the SEC, the market sort of sold it down. And Richard Hart earlier this year said, "You guys are the sell pressure," and And then recently, of course, he said he'll take the band-aid off, and boy, the market's felt that. So we'll see. But he also told people not to sell at a loss. So he can only do what you can only do. Now we do have system operators, so they can also play around with the market quite a bit up and down. But here we are at quadruple 0182 at 18%. Now PulseX right now is at quadruple 0117, and there's not. I mean, it's not too much of a difference between the old Pulse and PulseX right now. That's pretty amazing. In fact, the ratio is 1 to 155, 0.64 Pulse. So 1 PulseX, 0.64 Pulse. And it is up 1.7% today on PulseX. Now, the buy and burn on PulseX is at 8.15%. In token at the moment is 72 cents, down 4.4%. And we've got Hex at the moment at 38/100th of a penny, down 2.5%. And EX holding steady from yesterday at 11/100th of a penny. Combined price EX at PX is at 49/100th of a penny, so just below 0.5%. So obviously it is a pretty damn good territory to DCA and accumulate and scoop up this fear. And of course the ProveX base period is over the same time. We've still got what seconds? So we've still got 9 days or something until that happens. So we're counting it down. So it's like having another heavyweight over the head. But like the SEC, now we've got the ProveX over our head. So I just got to let it play out and trust the plan. That's it. All right, so let's go to the gas prices. We got 300,000 beats right now, 0.2 of a penny for his PulseX swap. That is the cheapest we've seen it for a long time. And let's go to the validators. Validators at the moment, 51,957, pretty similar to yesterday from my count. And a bridge. So we'll go to the bridge. In fact, we're going to have to pull up Pulse Swap, aren't we? Let's see if that updates. We've got 80.8 million. Is that pretty similar yesterday? I think it is. I think that's pretty similar. Let's pull up the PulseChain stats, and this will be old, right? This will be the UTC stamp. We're coming up to a new one soon this afternoon. I lost it. Oh, there it goes. There we go. Let's go to the stats here, and we'll go to the bridge stats. We're going to go to daily inflow, and I kick it from there. Kick it. Do you like that little roll up? That was pretty cool. Looked pretty funky from my end. Now, big shout out. So I'm going to do a big shout there. So yeah, down 200,000. So we're going to get another snapshot in about an hour or so, hour and a half time. So we'll keep a lookout for that. But that is yesterday's snapshot there. So down 200K again. So it is what it is, they say. A lot of USDC going out, wrapped ETH going out, and DAI, the usual culprits. All right, so that is pretty much it on the markets there. Let's go to look at overall on the volumes. OMG, do you want to fall off your seat? You might as well fall off your seat. But the volume, look at that. That's insane. When's the last time we saw it that low? $6.2 million. OMG. It's crazy. We've got to give that a clap. Just not because it's good, but because it's crazy stupid. And it's crazy. It's $6.2 million. Let's see what's at the top right now. We do have some good gainers. We've got Anon there, been around for 8 days. Remember, do your own due diligence. Nothing's financial advice. You guys know, go through top 100. We've got Whale Bay, been around for 9 months, up 33%. Looks like pump tires. We've got P Tiger, PulseChain Tiger, up 19%. Let's have a look at that. That's from the influencer, Tiger Crypto God, I think his name is. And yeah, that is up. So had a little sell off here. Maybe one of the mates betrayed the group. I don't know, but it's back up. And we're at 1870. In fact, the pulse ratio must look even better, does it? Look at that. Yeah, the pulse ratio looking really good there, 102. So it looks like Tiger Crypto God. Maybe he's got a tight crew, and the old Tiger Pack can do some things. We'll see. But so far, so good. 102 pulse per Tiger there at the moment. And yeah, remember he was at the the waffle shop, and he burned 100 million of the billion P Tiger. It was a nice contribution. Still got a lot left. I think 300 million or something. But still, it was a nice gesture. 102 there, and we'll keep track on that. So that's the old P Tiger there. They also tied in a little bit into the Peacock, so we'll follow that. Now the Pulse Guy is definitely tied into the Peacock, and that's up 19% right now. Let's have a look at just the Pulse Guy. And these guys are creating their own ecosystem, aren't they? And what's that? The daily chart. Daily chart there, pumped the last 2 days. So it was down at 000 1200. Now it's at 000 1700 there, and it's up 19% today. So Nice little comeback there. Let's look at the weekly though. That's the weekly charts there. So it's still coming off the bottom at the moment, but not too bad, and tied into the peacock. And of course, the peacock's about to fly, isn't it, with the old railgun tornado cash? So we're going to talk about that. All right, we've got Peahen as well. Peahen's tied into the peacock as well. So we've got a lot of peacock crew here. That's up 16% right now. Let's have a quick look at that. The old Peahen. And that is the daily chart there. Also looks pretty similar to the Pulse guy. That's up as well. But I think maybe they're related, those two. Who knows? What else have we got? DevC right now has been around for 3 months. It's up 13%. PDC the Greys on the move. Nice to see, but super cheap, isn't it, on the PDC the Greys? The first DAO ecosystem on PulseChain, and up 11%. Let's have a quick look at the pulse ratio there and have a look at that. So this is the chart there. Oh boy, it's really gone down. Even broke down from that bottom one there. But of course, the whole market's been down. ProveX came out, so it's got a lot of special black swan events going on here. This is the weekly chart, by the way. But look at that. It got down all the way down to 4 zeros, 8,700. It's now at 3 zeros, 1,000. It's some cray time there. Some big players in here, still holding pretty big bags, still up quite a bit. So it's got that pressure. It is also facing competition from other protocols. Now, PTC has some advantages, has locking and staking and things, and has the reflection token, rewards and burning, all sorts of stuff. It's got the UFO token as well, part of the ecosystem, but it does have large holders and large influencers involved. Prairie Banana, of course, is out there, does a great job representing the community, and breaks down all the details, so you should definitely check him out. But that's where it is at the moment. At the moment, it's super cheap, and it does face competition, though, right? Arguably, I think Vouch is kind of the big competition there, and that has not only reflection tokens, but also has being the number one validator on PulseChain. What's it, 4,800 validators or something? So it's a heavyweight, man. It's heavyweight. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Remain a little bit open-minded there, but the chart is under pressure. It hasn't reached the bottom of the RSI on the weekly either, so that's potential there. I should have looked at it on the daily. Let's look at the daily and check out the RSI, see where it's got any indications there. So yeah, oversold yesterday, and it got a pump on that, so that's kind of neat. Will it be sustained? We'll see. But the weekly still haven't got to the bottom there. We've got Vault 369, and we've talked about this as well. We're excited about this. This could be a really, really exciting project. A multi-collateral, multi-chain liquidity fork from FastAbdul, and so that could be pretty awesome. Now, I think we're going to end up with 6 liquidity swaps by the end of the year. So we've got 4 at the moment, and we've got this one going to be launching soon, and then we also got Coinwell going to be launching soon too. Let me know if there's any others you guys are aware of, but those are the ones that I'm aware of. Not aware of any others. It sounds like a poem, doesn't it? It's a poem. Hexquator says, "Hey gang, good to see you, Mikey. Great to see you in the house. Hexquator for the win. Hexquator for the win there. All right, so that's Vault 369. We'll keep an eye on that because it's one of our big heavyweights going to be launching soon. And they do lots of giveaways too, so you should get in their Telegram group. We've got GoPulse at the moment up 8% at 66 cents, and of course that had been sitting between about 9 and 11 cents, and now it's at 6 cents. Obviously, with all the down pressure that we've been facing. And Most Wanted, of course, was dominating the top meme coins, and it is now at it's up 5.6% today. And then we've got Zero Trust tied into the Peacock as well. Zero, of course, doing lots of different things like movies and news and things like that. That is up 4%. And let's have a quick look at that chart as well. Up the last 2 days. So 0.3 of a penny, 0.3 of a penny right now is the old is zero there. What else we got there? We got UFO just chiming up there, just sneaking up. That's up 3% as well. Of course, that's versus the Ink token there, but it is sitting at 7.507600. But that is on a down chart right now. So ecosystem under pressure. Remember, they're always leverage plays too of Pulse. Pulse has been going down, so it's probably not surprising too much. Now we've got the Peacock. Peacock there is trying to make a bit of a fight back there, up 3%. With Liberty Swap, we're going to talk about that. So nice little pump there in the hourly chart. You can see it's zigzagging here. So we've got a little bit of zigzag trying to break higher here. Let's have a look at the that's of hourly chart. Let's look at the daily chart. And that is the daily chart right now. So a little bit up like the others. But let's have a look at the pulse ratio. Nice little break there. Almost breaking free. Not quite there yet. trying to break through from here from 48. We'll see if we can do it today. Certainly trying. Got to give it a good try. And Liberty Swap there is obviously helping to push that up with all the business that it's making with the swaps and everything else. It's doing a multi-prong portfolio approach to the Peacock there, and of course the Railgun and Railgun and Tornado Cash are coming, and this is the team that's supporting it is the Liberty Swap Peacock team, and so yeah, we're excited about where it's going to be. The countdown is on. What did I say? About 8 days or so. 8 days, yeah. So it's going to be fun to watch that play out. Let's have a look at the daily for the old. It's the daily right now. So it's just back over the 50-day EMA, which is nice. And the weekly there, it's got some nice weekly candles, but yeah, it's still looking pretty solid on the weekly after all the carnage. That's not bad. It's got a little horse and pony move here. Horse and pony there. I jest. Anyway, we've got Brea sneaking up there as well between the Peacock pairs, number 16. That's up 3% right now. Let's have a look at the old Brea waiting for Coinwell, right? And of course, there we are. Just a little sneak up to the upside there for the old Brea. Big shout out to those dog owners, those dog owners there. Now, of course, Ms. Rochelle, the CEO of Coinbound, and Rack and Rochelle's wife is the one that's propping us up. We're expecting Brea to be the AI agent on the Coinwell and potentially other protocols like I guess was it Mafia, Coin Mafia, is it? Something like that. And so yeah, we'll keep a lookout for that at the moment. But she's doing a great job on social media. So big shout out to Ms. Rochelle out there. That's all I can say. She does a great job communicating, very good communicator, and that's a good attribute of a good CEO. So keep a lookout there. A lot of CEOs have bad communications. You'll be surprised, but she's very good at communicating. We've got Liberty there. Sorry, not Liberty Swap, but Liberty up 2.8% at number 19. PulseX sitting at number 20, up 2.7%. We've got Swarm at number 22, up 2.5%. Peppy, the pump tires, is up almost 2%. Let's have a quick look at Peppy. It's so. I mean, it's coming off the bottom on the RSI, so this could have been the bottom yesterday at 4,000. So at 4,500 now. Might make a nice little move. What else we got that's kind of chilling? We got a lot of them just up 1%, so we're going to pass all through those. We've got Unity right now, or time dividends at 16.40 of a penny. They're all waiting for Pulse to roll, right? So they're all leveraged up. A lot of these blue chip ones. When Pulse gets back on an uptrend there, but when Pulse is stuck at 1800, still not going to be doing that right now. Unity with PulseX is up 1%. That's pretty 3.5 cents, pretty much where we expected it to be. PulseX there up to number 34, just up slightly as well. So that's pretty much everything right now. So what is down? What is down right now? That is looking bad. So the one sacrifice protocol from Moon King and B Roots is down 38%. It's a dog's breakfast, guys. So keep well away of it. well away of it. It's a dog's breakfast. And so yeah, that's down 38.5%. So I wasn't impressed by that whole setup. But hey, look, it's a free world. It's DeFi, and we are big freedom supporters of DeFi. So it's just what it is. What else there? We got Firewall down 6% right now. Ink Token is sitting at 72 cents, down 4.5%. Sparta, after yesterday's little jump, is down 4% there as well. We've got Doubt Token down there and a few others. So that is pretty much the markets today. Should we get into some positive, constructive stuff, since the market's pretty, or actually there's some good gainers there, 20%, 30%, but not many across the board, and the volume is only 6 million. It's not going to help with the PulseX buy and burn very much, is it, with that? All right, let's jump over to some of the news and check out Liberty Swap. So Liberty Swap here, putting out some good alpha here. PulseChain is moving towards privacy tech, and ZK is centered on privacy where people accept it or not. Now, we kind of characterize PulseChain as the people's chain, the freedom chain, and I think very soon we should be able to well establish ourselves as a privacy chain as well. So we're going to have the best of everything and be really the ultimate place to be for freedom, privacy, and of course DeFi. That's kind of the plan. The core idea of ZK is proving something is true without revealing the underlying information. In simple terms, you can show a statement as valid while keeping every detail hidden. That makes ZK perfect for private balances, private transactions, and private identity proofs. It gives verification without exposure, which is why privacy is the natural outcome of this technology. We're adapting this, of course. RailGun is coming, and of course that's being launched by themselves. And Tornado Cash is coming too. And we know, in particular, there's going to be a RailGun wallet, right? Woohoo! Bring it on. We've got a wallet coming from these guys for RailGun for privacy. And we've also got a, what do we say? We've got a wallet coming from Ramp now, which is going to be a normal wallet. But hopefully it'll be, super fast like, Rabby wallet, but without the gatekeeping. Yeah. Right, so that's some of the cool stuff there. So yeah, they've been out and about. Now, I just wanted to talk about the Crypto Coffee's got a little video, so I thought I'd play this. It was a nice little summary. Liberty Swap going private, all part of the plan. So let's hear from Crypto Coffee.
It feels like Liberty Swap on PulseChain is giving you the playbook. Check out what they just said. They're working on moving ETH from Tornado Cash into RailGun. For people that don't know, Tornado Cash and RailGun are both privacy solutions. And what they're going to do with their service is allow people moving from Tornado Cash to RailGun directly by creating a one-time address, a RailGun address for that person. Now, who might we know that has already moved a lot of Ethereum, $600 million worth to be exact, through Tornado Cash and actually doubled the anonymity set of all of Tornado Cash? And who might be interested in privacy solutions? Not only the founder of PulseChain, but you, me, everybody should be interested in getting on chain without a verifiable link between you and where your money came from. So they're laying out the schematics. LibertySwap.finance. Pay attention to what they're tweeting here. This is how ETH moved from Tornado Cash to RailGun without a traceable connection. The element of surprise is everything, especially for large players that are coming in to potentially the PulseChain ecosystem. And if they wanted to pump the price without setting off any triggers, without any wallet watching plebs front running them and dumping the price back down, just like they did back in 2024 with that $20 million injection.
All right, so that's from Crypto Coffee. Great little summary there. And so yeah, that is coming, guys. The old RailGun Liberty Swap going to be very, very important, and I think it will actually be pretty well used on the PulseChain because a lot of people really like that privacy, and I know a lot of people have asked me about this, and so I think it's going to be really, really good. So very cool to see that. So Liberty Swap itself on the move. They've also obviously been doing a lot around. A lot around the Peacock token itself. So pretty exciting, and they've put out lots of different updates here about that. So we might go through a few of these because it's kind of cool stuff. Now, 6 hours ago they had a big, nice little jump in the PulseChain and the Peacock price. They got sold into a little bit as we showed out on the chart there. But they have, they have been moving on the move there. Anyway, if you're bullish on Pulse, which I believe you are, then why not even be more bullish on Peacock? Talking to Mr. Hexologist there. Peacock looks good there, says Vinny. 1 hour ago, PulseChain is moving from privacy tech, and we read out that's what's coming. Remember, that's on the roadmap at the top here, so we're going to get back to that in a minute. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. What else we got there? I have a hard time dealing with cock-themed low-effort meme coins that try to copy Peacock success. It's better to try to avoid pump tires, so a bit of competition there. But an hour ago we got this. In 30 days we have moved 600 Ethereum. Can you believe it? The PulseChain. In 30 days they have moved 600 Ethereum to PulseChain during our testing phases for the new peers, even with paper-thin liquidity. Let us see what the next 30 days brings. And what comes after that, Peacock and Pulse will be fine. So pretty awesome stuff. Look at that, 1.3 billion Pulse, 5.9 million Peacock, and 8.1 million PDI. So that's pretty awesome. All right, we've got some good support there. So that's coming up. What else have they got here? Let's see. LFG, everyone is still in disbelief. We'll show them which coin is the strongest in the market there. So we love that sort of talk. The best trade is always the front run. Stock market front runs macro, crypto front runs the stock market. ETH needs to front run the altcoin market, and Pulse needs to front run ETH, and Peacock needs to front run Pulse. So I like that sort of talk. All like that. So what else we got there? And they got little charts here of front running. Look at that. The proof of front running, Peacock front running there. They got the little green chart there from where the price is now. That's pretty hilarious. All right, so that's some of those fighting talk. We like this stuff. That's what we want to see. Anyway, just to wrap it up, we've got RailGun and PulseChain Bridge goes live for privacy-enabled transfers on the 30th of November. It is ticking down around about 8 days from now. And, of course, we're expecting a wallet as well with new addresses for privacy protection. The Shield is coming. The Shield is coming there. And, hey, look, maybe the OA wallet uses it to do some magic on the old PulseChain, yeah, boys. Let's see what's happened here. The magic upright in place. All right, so let's jump away from that. Richard Hart, of course, has been out and about. We're going to get into ProveX right now. Hey, we've got Serge in the house. Serge has reposted the stream. Big shout out. Appreciate that. Big thank you very much. And, of course, that is the link there if you want to share around on X. It's a quiet old Sunday, lazy old Sunday here in New Zealand. And so, yeah, it is what it is. We got Richard said 3.5 million. This is a couple of hours ago now. In fact, 8 o'clock. What time is that? Almost 5 hours ago now. And the ProveX sacrifice had cost $3.5 million. And of course, the ProveX.info site has a new DNS, just solved issues for some people that couldn't load the site. So it's kind of cool. Obviously, we haven't seen the stream. Richard Hart said I'll be streaming in a day or two. Remember that? Streaming a day or two, just going to take notes while he's not streaming. He put out things about raising money for marketing. No marketing yet. So is it all part of the chess move ploys? Well, it looks like it at the stage. So yeah, he will get maximum. He will get maximum attention, and he will time things for that. So that's from Richard. Let's have a look at the results though for ProveX. And here we are. We've got about 2 hours to go until the end of day 11, but day 11's ticking down anyway because we're ahead of time here. 7 minutes, I think. Is it till we roll over? Yeah, 7 minutes. But it was 2 hours from now when Richard posted the ProveX. So day 11's about to finish, and we've got the results here at 3.74 million. We've got 6 minutes to go from the looks of it. $3.74 million is the current amount. So it's up another 240,000 since Richard posted that 5 hours ago. OMG, what the heck? What the heck? And what the fudge? What the fudge? What the fudge? All right, enough jokes aside. We got 74.73 billion total points. That's pretty impressive stuff, right? That's pretty impressive. And total sacrifices are at 5,467. We're getting close to 5555. Someone's going to try and post that, right? Post that one. That's what the community does, the 55555. And we've got 6 minutes to go until day 12, I guess. We're over halfway, right? Day 11 out of 21 for the base rate. And it's the 2nd of December. That's the one I'm really looking at because that's when we're going to see some outsized sell pressure on the PulseChain, and then a massive recovery after that. A V-shaped recovery. Let's bring it on. Yeah, boy. Whatever that means. We got the top one here, of course, is the Buckamentals crew. They're sitting at 101.6 million, the Buckamentals, and they've got a multiplier at the moment of 2.57. Boy, has that dropped a lot, right? That was dropping, and it's now 2.57, maximum 3x on the volume bonus. And of course, this is a pool with Buckamentals, and probably the only one that I would suggest you look at if you're looking to get the whale price. But the other ones, I would just ignore. All the other ones, the Moon King one, the Enish run from that. Run. It was down 38% today. It's just too easily played from all angles. So, yeah, if you're going to participate, the Buckamental guys, they've got a pretty decent reputation. You can decide for that for yourself, of course, and have launched 4 protocols as well on PulseChain. So yeah, we got the next one there is at 65k, and the next one is 64. So we've got another entry there from the looks of it. I don't know whether one of these is Rack and Michelle or not. Should we go check? Because I didn't check him. I was supposed to, but I didn't manage to check him. Rack and Michelle, Rack and Michelle. He's the man, the myth, and the legend. He's looking very good in his GQ. Looking very good as GQ there. He's been buying Tesla vans lately, and recently his last post was around Coin Mafia, which we're excited about. And Joshua Wu, of course, is out there about pushing this too. So we're looking forward to it. We're not just apes; we're aristocrats of the pump. Coin Mafia is coming. Not bad. Rackham loves the AI. I think he's born for the AI era. He just loves it. Look at all the images. AI. We might reckon might end up becoming a cyborg. Might be a cyborg at some stage. We'll see. Miss Rochelle will go, what the heck happened? I married a real man and now I've got a cyborg. Jokes aside, let's move on. All right, so that is Rack and Michelle, and we are looking forward to Coin Mafia. I'm really liking the idea of Battle of the Memes. I think that's a great marketing thing and also good for the pump tire teams. The pump tire teams have a lot of work to do. There's maybe a good maybe half a dozen that are doing a great job. Maybe even up. Maybe there's a bit more than that. But they need to do a lot better. Whenever you're going to do one of those, you're basically starting a little business, right? You've got to get out and promote and all the rest of it. So there's lots of work to be done if you're going to do that. All right, that is Rack and Michelle. All right, so what else do we got? 150K, another 50K, 40K, and then we got 230Ks. Looks like one of them topped up, doesn't it? So it's heading up there. To get in the top 10 right now, you need 21,000, and that's a standalone position at 1.9 multiplier, 9.94 multiplier on the volume bonus. So at the moment, we're just coming off almost 3 minutes ago. And we've got the base rate at $1 per 10,000 points, plus the volume ranking up to 3x bonus. And we've got the pool is taking the top spot there. Now the question is, will Rack and Michelle decide to come in and make a big move on it? Will he decide to do that? We'll see. He's obviously got CoinWell to launch. That has got to be his priority. And we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. Valiant in-house there, greetings. What do you think of the PDime connection ProveX and 99 put forward? The more privacy, the better. Makes sense when you're creating a true DeFi stablecoin. Yeah, I believe Valiant, they're waiting for the layer 0 to be launched by Liberty Swap, and that could be December from the looks of it. Was probably going to be within a few weeks, but maybe December. And they're looking for their arbitrage between chains, aren't they, and the bots to operate to get to sort of ratchet it up to $1. That's kind of the idea that I have, my understanding of it. But we'll try and pull it out a bit more and pick up some of the 99 decentralized capital, me, and all that sort of stuff to talk more about it. Right, let's go have a look at the recents there. Now, almost $3 million is from Ethereum. We're at 3.7 million, almost $3 million from Ethereum, and we've got 544,000 from PulseChain. Now, these are bridged in stables and Bitcoin and Ethereum for PulseChain. Remember, they're not PulseChain fork copies or anything like that. So just remember that. Got asked that in the Discord. So if you haven't joined the Discord, links in the video description. And we've got not only do we have a strategy club in there, but we also have a help desk in there as well, which is the only PulseChain community I'm aware of that has help desk. So jump in there too. We've helped a lot of people, particularly Brian, and some of our moderators have been amazing. Some of our community members chime in as well and help out a lot with the help desk. So big shout out there. All right, that's kind of where we are right now. BSC at 60K, base at 45, Solana at 41, Arbitrum at 32, Bitcoin at 15, and then the rest of them down below there. And we've still got those three at the bottom that have nothing so far. But yeah, we've got 30 seconds to go. Should we see the watch this little red line here? It should just move forward to day 12. Let's watch that and celebrate. Let's play the magical music. Actually, let's do the drum roll. I'm going to do the drum roll on 12 seconds. Let's see if it works. We're coming down 12 seconds. There we go. All right, it was a couple of seconds too early, but there we go. There goes day 12. You saw it live. Woohoo! You guys saw it live. It happened live on the Kryptonite Show. We aim to please. All right, that was awesome. So, yeah, guys, we're on day 12. It's official. We're still, Richard still posted this about an hour and 45 minutes from now, but technically on the protocol is setting the timer. So we're on day 12, heading towards day 21. We've still got a long way to go, doesn't it? It's like day 12. Was it 9 days to go? It feels like eternity. Damn you, Richard! Damn you, Richard! Do you remember the movie? Damn you, Richard! But we've got 9 days to go with this hanging over the PulseChain. But let's have a little bit of a deep dive and see, what's actually happening with some numbers, because we've got some nice little analytical stuff here from CryptoSolve. So we're going to have a look at this top wallet, I believe. I think that's what they analyzed, is the sacrifice pool. And they wanted to see, how much money is coming from PulseChain, how much money is fresh capital, or coming from another chain, or from from out the market. So we're going to talk a bit about that as we go on. But Valiant's asking me all these questions. We were trying to talk about ProveX, and Valiant's talking about Liberty Swap. I'll have to come back to that, Valiant. Stay on topic, dude. Stay on topic. All right, let's go. All right, so we got CryptoSolve right now. They said this a bit earlier. Said as ProveX pool continues to solidify themselves in the number one spot of the ProveX sacrifice, 1.3 million, greater $1.3 million sacrifice so far. Well, it's a lot bigger than that, isn't it? It's 1.6 now. So we decided to dig into some of their larger contributors to see where the capital is coming from as a broader representation of the SAC set to date. I think that was a nice idea. We analyzed each wallet from the pool that sacrificed above 10,000, though it's not. That's worth noting that they've received quite a number of much smaller SACs, which we know most of the SACs are much smaller than that. We're talking about $500, $500 probably is kind of where it might sit. The take home points there, maybe $200. Maybe 200. Take home points there. 26 wallets in the pool that sacrificed greater than 10,000. Combined contributions of those are over 1 million, almost 1.1 million, approximately 80% of the pool. 645,000 was brand new on-ramp capital. So, there's not so much sell pressure there. 225K of PulseChain assets sold to fund SAC. So that's where we got a bit of the sell pressure. But, what did they start that SAC pool? Day 2, 3, something like that, day 3. I think it was day 3 approximately. So that, 225, it's not too bad. But, on PulseChain with the lower liquidity at the moment, that still makes an impact. $205,000 from capital that was either just sitting idle or obtained from selling non-PulseChain assets. So that's kind of the breakdown there. So not quite as bad as one would have thought. But that being said, we've got the last day, which, that's the concern, right? The day, the 2nd of December with the low base rate. Even the days afterwards, so we're going to see some SAC rates in there because it's the, come lately guys and girls in there. But I don't think it's going to be quite as severe as we've seen in previous SACs. This day, the 2nd of December, that's the way, and that's the day. That might be the very bottom. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens. So there is a little bit of a PulseChain asset selling to fund SACs, obviously, but it's less than you might think. If we were to assume the data we analysed was a fair representation of the entire sacrifice set, then potentially $720,000 of PulseChain assets have been sold to fund the SAC. So certainly, has helped with down pressure. It's also interesting to note that 60% of the SAC capital has come from completely fresh on-ramps, though it's impossible to determine how much of this might be recycled dump money. That's a very important part there. That's been washed through centralized exchanges. And there we go. That's kind of where we are. We've got the little spreadsheet there as well. So if you guys want to look at that in a bit more of the detail, I'll post the link to that in the there and check it out. So yeah, CryptoSolve always doing some good on-chain work there. One of our 3 analytical influencers, as I call them, along with Ben Sierra and the other guy I always forget. That's my bad. All right. We aim to please. All right, so that is from CryptoSolve. I don't know if he's got anything else addition to that. We'll have a quick look up here. I don't think there's not sure. I think this is criticizing the Moon King sacrifice pool, which we're not a fan of here on the CryptoNote show. So yeah, we'll see how that. I think, and if you're going to do one, you might as well go into the Bunkermentals. Obviously, there's a trading value in holding that this other speculative token, and there's also another token out there which really fell pretty flat, but that's out there too. But we're going to move on. So that is some of the stuff there from ProveX, and we're on day 12 now, guys, ticking it down, and we're at 3.75 millions. We're at 3,740,774.8 billion tokens, 5,471 sacrifices, and we've got less than 10 days. We've got a 10-day countdown now on until the end of the base rate period. So we're 10 days countdown. I was just saying 9 days, wasn't I? Yeah, so 10 days down. Countdown is what we're on right now. So yeah, not bad. All right, how are we doing for time? 49 minutes on the hour. Not too bad. Let's see here. We've got. I'll come back to Valiant's questions. Do you think Liberty Swap is going to SAC? Let's go over this the screen here. Actually, let's keep the screen up because you guys like to look at a picture there. There's the picture there. Hey, I like a picture. All right, trickster. Making a lot of lazy Sunday bad jokes. Do you think Liberty Swap is going to sack into the Bucky pool, or are they going to do their own thing? I think they officially said that they weren't going to do anything like that now and focus on their main roadmap. I hope that's what they do. And if they do anything, they should, the poll that we had for the community was to scrape 15 days worth of fees and put it in there. Now, if they had done that, arguably they wouldn't be supporting the Peacock price right now. So that would have presumably gone lower, Valiant. That's kind of where we go now. Did they do something suddenly at the last day? I don't know. Maybe they will. They are a free agent, but they seem to have got back on track. It's a big ask, but so far I would say no. But you just can't. Their last idea just came out of the blue, right? And we'll see. I actually thought the idea of scraping 15 days worth of fees was actually a reasonable balance between the two ideas, because that would have still been a pretty significant participation. And if they wanted to, they could have gone through the Buckamentals. I mean, I know there's always risk there, but I mean, they've got a pretty good reputation. But once again, everyone else has to do their own consideration for that. So we'll see. But so far, they're just back on track, is where they were, back to their roadmap, which is bringing on, pretty hefty a piece of tech for PulseChain, which is the Railgun and Tornado Cash and the wallet, etc. I think they've got a pretty big roadmap, Valiant. I think they've got a pretty big roadmap. It seems very much aligned with Richard Hart's vision for the chain. Are they based in Finland? I don't know. I have a couple. I mean, there's a couple of guesses of who they are. Well, they seem to be pretty well funded. They seem to have a pretty decent sized team that does around the clock service as well, but like the Coast does with a help desk. And they seem to be pretty much sharing a lot of Richard Hart's vision there. But there's a few things that sort of suggest that they are kind of independent as well. Some people think maybe James Maria's running the show, although the person that's communicating doesn't seem to communicate like James Maria. And what else would we say about that? It could be. I mean, it could be there's a chance it could be the XUSD team and James Maria and someone else. I mean, there's all sorts of people that could potentially be involved with it. Who knows? But it does feel like a different type of personality that's running the show. You can decide. It's a bit like Blue's Clues, but believe me, I've done a few analytical checks of that. But it's kind of still not quite there yet. DGN Hexkin in the house there with the 5555. A big shout out there, DGN. Hope you're looking good there. Valiant says, I have a feeling this thing is going to launch quick after the sack. Well, that's the question. Is it 2 more years or is it launching straight away? That's the thing, right? That'd be very good if it launches pretty much immediately and it's game on from there. Yeah, I think that would be hugely bullish for the market. Valiant's they're laughing. Paul C says, why are you not a fan of sacrifice pools? Who said that, Paul? Wasn't me. Wasn't me, Paul. I don't know. Was it me? Valiant says, I'm kind of glad that they changed their mind. Thanks, Super. Yeah, I think they made the right decision doing that. However, like I said to you, I do agree with the poll. The poll was to do 15 days scraping fees, and I thought that was a nice middle balanced ground. Yeah. Because previously they were talking about doing selling the pools down $1 million, and then because at the moment I think there's about $2 million worth across all the pools. There's like 215 pools or so, 225 pools, and that will obviously change around with the amount of LP they're providing, and also the value of the token and Pulse and etc. So, but they've got a treasury, right? They've got treasuries too. So their strategy has generally been to prop up the LP, and then they've done a bit of buying this week as well. And we saw activity, virtually every day they're doing stuff right on the Peacock. We still have a few sellers there. We've still got a bit of that volatility, a bit of fear, all that sort of stuff. So we still get a bit of that each day. So we'll see. So that's where we are right now. We're at how much? We're at $3.74 million. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We got 5,500. Remember, there was about 100 and what did I say? About 104,000 PulseChain sacrifices or something like that, and there was 100. Was it 45,000? I think it was Pulse 45,000 PulseChain sacrifices, something like that. I got the spreadsheets here. I should go back and check. Let me just do it live. Nah, don't do it live because it takes a few minutes to roll through. All right, what else can we say? 55 minutes on the hour, and that is PulseChain. So a pretty lazy day on the old PulseChain, guys. And the sacrifices, heading much better numbers now. 3,740,000. The run rate, of course, you could do a run rate there. So 37. Basically 2x that almost. So probably looking at a run rate of over $7 million at the moment for the first 21 days. And then sort of a scrape on the back there. Of course, we're expecting our OAs to come in and take most of the coins, maybe somewhere between 85 and 95% of the coins with the OA. And so we'll probably see some of that Magic's theorem come through. Now, the question is, how big is Richard Hart, right? How big is Richard Hart? Well, he could be pretty massive, right? Now, he put out on a video one time at Bandcamp about a million ETH going through the AA lobby. And it was certainly a lot of ETH. There was obviously a lot of recycling of ETH, but there was definitely a lot of ETH that went in over 351 days. And a lot of that was relatively cheap. ETH was relatively cheap at that time and plentiful. It's we'd always talk about the 171,000 ETH, of course. Obviously, Hex also pumped 10,000x after that. And we also, Richard talked about 2 or 3 whales that were helping pump up Hex at the time as well. Presumably, we've also seen Andrew Tate out there the last day or two talking about two privacy tokens or coins, and presumably one of them is ProveX. We'll find out, but they've got all those sort of things happening in the mix. We've had last couple of months, we've had quite a lot of large X influencers get involved in some form or another, and the chart's even at the bottom still, right? So when things really get moving, it's we could have a massive amount of influencers covering PulseChain and Hex. Richard setting up for that glory. So could be exciting times, guys. How many years to shake out the weekends and beat the SEC, and then eventually on their way up there. Now that's, of course, if you believe that Richard's going to deliver the Magic Cup, right, on his terms. If you don't, then you should be on another chain, right? Should be buying something else. Or you could buy a little moon bag. So that's kind of where we are right now. Now I'm probably going to do, maybe later today, some coverage of X1 potentially. Might be doing another stream on that later today, time permitting. So stay tuned for that. We're going to be talking about X1 name service that went live with the marketplace and a few other things yesterday. And we might do another update there. Had some good feedback about that. That is going to basically be like Solana 2.0. And hey, look, we're in crypto. Any big opportunities are always exciting to get on. So we're going to cover that, and hopefully you guys, it gives you a bit of food for thought there. And it looks like a lot of the protocol is really about to be unleashed over the next couple of weeks. So we're looking forward to that. So you might want to watch that show. The other thing is tomorrow we got the Monster Thread coming out. I think it's Monster Thread number 29 is coming out. So I know MVS Crypto, a promotional lead for the Crypto Night Show, and of course the editor-in-chief of the Monster Thread there is working hard on that. Exciting time. So if you're a team out there, you want to get in on that, hit up MVS or myself, and we can get in on that. But Monster Thread number 29 weeks, can you believe it, is coming out tomorrow. Exciting times. We're excited about the publication. That's why we enjoy it. It's such a good publication. PulseChain's hottest weekly news every week, and it celebrates all the people and all the DeFi and cool news activities that are happening on the chain over the previous week. So it's a great publication. So excited about that. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. We're going to end it there today. 1 hour is how long we've been live streaming, so it's pretty good. I hope you guys have appreciated it. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the follow button on X and YouTube. And, of course, if you want to join Strategy Club, links in the description and pinned to the top of X. And we'll see you there. Only $35 a month, so great value there. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Vanny says, many thanks, man. Have a great weekend. You too. All right, take care and bye for now. All right, where's the end of the show? Boom, boom. Bye, everybody. Yeah, boy, it's time to go. Superman, up, up, and away.